And they say these animals and crops are forbidden. No one may eat from them except whom we will, by their claim. They would say this is forbidden and only who we say can eat because this is part of the religion. And there are those camels whose backs are forbidden by them, and those upon which the name of Allah is not mentioned. All of this an invention of untruth about Him. He will punish them for what they were inventing. So even dividing up animals, the back is forbidden and this part is forbidden. And they say what is in the bellies of these animals is exclusively for our males and forbidden to our females. Something else, that the unborn is forbidden, the females cannot eat of that. But if it is born dead, then all of them have shares therein. He will punish them for their description. Indeed, He is wise and knowing. So we see meaningless rituals, self-made rituals. Yet they're still present until today. Maybe not exactly this, but meaningless rituals in the deen, self-made things that have no sense whatsoever. Like in some cultures, it's the case that this particular food has been prepared for this special occasion and no woman can eat from it. Only the men can eat from this. These kind of self-made rituals. Does anyone know of any of these kind of rituals? Is anyone aware? Some people believe that they can only eat the food left over from the husbands. This is a religious thing. It's connected to a religious time and then you only eat that food at that time. And it's connected to religious practice. Yeah, this is what is wrong. Connected to sacred months, specific rituals, make this food which only the women can eat. Yeah, these are prevalent in society. Some religions believe that the woman cannot eat meat and the men can eat meat. Made up rituals. Self-made. So again, to say that you cannot eat meat on certain days, then you can eat meat on certain days. It's just like what's being described here, self-made, no sense whatsoever to any of these rituals. Or if you want something to happen, then you cook a particular food and you make dua over the food and then you eat that food. And then that thing that you want to come true is going to come true. It's self-made rituals, just like the ones mentioned here. Any of these practices, people actually believe that this is from the religion and they believe this is what you should do and this is going to bring good or ward off evil or just do this because it will get you a reward. Self-made practices. And He says He will punish them for their description. He will punish them for what they are inventing because it's inventing about the deen. Who can prescribe what is haram and halal? Only Allah. It's His deen. Those will have lost who kill their children in foolishness without knowledge and prohibited what Allah had provided for them, inventing untruth about Allah. They have gone astray and were not rightly guided. وَهُوَ الَّذِي أَنْشَأَ جَنَّاتٍ مَعْرُوشَاتٍ وَغَيْرَ مَعْرُوشَاتٍ. And it is He who causes gardens to grow, both trellised and untrellised, and palm trees and crops of different kinds of food, and olives and pomegranates, similar and dissimilar. Eat of each of its fruit when it yields, and give its due on the day of its harvest, and be not excessive. How beautiful is this ayah. Allah in this ayah tells us how we should be using the blessings of Allah. And He tells us, look what I've given you. I've given you gardens and trellises with crops and grapes upon them, palm trees and olives and pomegranates, different foods. Everything is lawful. All of it is halal for you. All that you should do is make sure you give its due, which is zakah. Give the zakah. Give the right of Allah and don't be excessive. So this ayah gives us clear principle how we should enjoy the blessings of Allah. All the foods that He has given, everything that He has said is lawful, enjoy and eat from that and make sure you give Allah's right. And at the same time, do not be excessive in your consumption. Indeed, He does not like those who commit excess. And of the grazing livestock are carriers of burdens and those too small. Eat of what Allah has provided for you and do not follow the footsteps of shaitan. What are the footsteps of shaitan here specifically? That you make things unlawful for yourself which are actually lawful. Or you make things lawful for yourself which are unlawful. So either way, that's following shaitan. Indeed, he is to you a clear enemy.